nervous now. I don't know why I'm nervous.
Look at the camera. And once we're all here, I'll say it's ready. All right. Hey guys, welcome to the first episode of the Talking Table podcast, where everything is on the table. Today, I'm joined by my two good friends, Liana and Josh. And today, we'll be talking and taking the Myers-Briggs 16 personalities test because someone didn't take it yet. Liana?
Okay, I'm sorry. I don't have time for this because I'm pretty busy. As you know, my schedule is kind of all messed up. So let's get started then. Myers-Briggs test. Cool. This. Before we start, Josh, I had a question. Because I feel like I'm an introvert and then I might also be an extrovert and I don't know which one I am. Can you just give us more information on that?
Well, introversion and extroversion refer to where you get your energy, right? So if you get your energy from the internal world, you're an introvert. And if you get it from the external world, you're an extrovert. Now, which one do you think you are?
Oh, I'm an extrovert. So even if I'm shy sometimes, but then I like being in front of people, that's still
you feel like being in groups and hanging out, and you don't feel exhausted after that. It's all good. You're an extrovert.
I don't know about you guys, but I get my energy from food.
Food? Oh my gosh. Bubble tea, dumplings. They're great. And there's some other ones, right? You see here, the NTJs and a lot of F. What are those?
Right. So the second part, right? S or N, they refer to how someone perceives things. So a sensing person, S, would believe information they receive directly from the world around them, whereas an intuition person, so N, would believe information from an internal imaginative world. See, the T and the F represent how someone processes information. So thinking people make decisions based on logic, and feeling people base their decisions on emotions.
I'm kind of in the middle.
What if we don't make decisions?
Because
we'll find out with the test, right?
Logic. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Is there anything else that we didn't cover yet?
Oh, we still have the fourth one. So
judging. Another one?
Judging versus perceiving. Mm-hmm. And it reflects how someone implements the information they processed. So a judging person would tend to organize their life and stick to their plans, while a perceiving person tends to improvise and explore alternative options.
Oh,
that's what the letters stand for.
I actually never knew that. Okay.
Josh is a J, but he's not that judgy. Right? Paradoxical.
Okay, let's take the test.
Actually, I want to guess what Liana's is. At the start, just a preemptive guess. Okay. I know E for sure. E and F. Emotional.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
are you sure I'm emotional?
Well, I think you are. Are you not? For the 2 weeks I've known you, I would say you are emotional.
That definitely extroverted feeling. Sensing or intuition, S or N. I honestly feel like you're sensing.
I feel like she's sensing it. E, S, F.
E, S, F. P or J. Judging, perceiving. I guess we'll have to see. How about we start the test?
All right, let's start.
Okay, let's get started. You enjoy vibrant social events with lots of people. Yeah, I kind of do. Agree. Next, we see you often spend time exploring unrealistic yet intriguing ideas. Okay, for this one, I'm not really sure. Intriguing, yes, but unrealistic, not really. I don't think so, at least.
What's something that you think of, or something that you try to explore?
It's my future, is my future intriguing? I think my future is pretty intriguing. The future, life.
But sometimes that can be unrealistic, right?
That's yeah, it's her future, so it's pretty unrealistic. Okay, joking. Sorry.
I'm not gonna say like, oh, I believe I can fly one day. It's just like maybe I'll get into a decent university, you know?
Well, I mean, it says unrealistic, so I guess.
I
So Leanna,
okay.
do you think your future is brighter than something's forehead?
Yes, of course it's brighter than Santi's forehead. Is his like, does he even have a forehead?
Why
Okay,
y'all gotta do me like that? All right.
cool. Next one we see your travel plans are more likely to look like a rough list of ideas than a detailed, what's that word again? My English is kind of bad.
Itinerary.
Yes, whatever you just said. Cool.
Itinerary.
Then, mm, rough. Okay, I kind of agree with that. I actually kind of think it's more like a rough list. Like around
Probably
here.
right.
So
I would
slightly
disagree to
agreed.
the max.
And then next, you often think about what you should have said in a conversation long after it has taken place. Yes, definitely agreed.
Definitely.
I think that's almost everyone.
Definitely. Yeah, because like, I don't know. It's just, I feel bad sometimes for some things I have said. It might have not been that bad, but I just think about it and I'm like, oh, maybe I should have said that. But and then sometimes I'm like, oh, maybe I could have like refuted them like this, you know? Yeah.
Yeah, or like those like super clever comebacks you come up with in the shower, and you're like, dang, I should have said that.
Yeah. That's like for me, like debate competitions. After debate, I'm just like, oh, I could have said that. And I regret my decisions after. Anyways. If your friend is sad about something, your first instinct is to support them emotionally, not try to solve their problem. I'm actually debating between these because, like, I want to support them emotionally, but then I also solve their problems. But
Say
then,
solve their problems to the max.
but then you
Full on
have to
disagree.
get their like emotions out first. Like, you have to know
Then like
why they're crying,
Mm.
why they're mad, why they're happy, or like why they're
So what's
jealous
the
to
or
first?
cheer
something.
them up.
So what's the first thing you feel like doing?
No, but it's like okay, to cheer them up. I wouldn't if I were sad, I wouldn't be happy until what's making me sad has been conquered, right? If someone's just like there, you'll be fine. But I know I'm not gonna be fine. I might be like, yeah, you're right. I'm totally fine. But inside, oh no, I'll still be sad. Right? So like I try to solve their problems first, get to the root of the issue.
By emotionally, I mean like just get their feelings out first. Like listen to their emotions first. Like, you
Hmm.
know,
I
trying
feel
to
like it's good to try to
understand their
understand
emotions. Yeah.
exactly.
Yes, yes, yes.
Mm,
Okay. People can really upset you. Huh? Wait, no, wait. People can really upset me. Okay, yeah. I get upset really easily. So I'm pretty
I would
sensitive.
actually agree with this one.
Ooh,
Right.
next page.
You often rely on other people to be the ones who start a conversation and to keep it going.
That is true for me.
That's actually true too. Because like I'm
I
pretty
can
bad
never
at
start a
starting
conversation.
conversations. I'm such an awkward conversation starter. I might just be like truth or dare. Let's get like this started. Mhm. If you have to temporarily put your plans on hold, you make sure it is your top priority to get back on track as soon as possible. Yes,
Agree.
definitely
Yes.
agree. Because it was like prior, it was like in the top on the top of your list, right? So like
Mhm.
if something sort of stopped it, it should still be on top. You shouldn't just move it back because you're just gonna procrastinate in a
That's
way.
how work piles up, right?
So
Yeah.
it's good to prioritize.
So at the end
Mm.
of the semester, like, oh, you know,
And you really worry if you made a good impression on someone you met.
oh,
I worry
disagree.
so much. I feel like first impressions are so important. How do you guys feel?
Like, they're
Yeah, they're
super
so
important.
important.
No, it's like, oh, wait, there are some people where it's like, even though I've known them for ages, I still remember them by like their first impressions. Or, like I still have a sense of them by their first impressions. Like Leanna here, first time I met her, she started bullying me. And from now on, even though she's quote unquote nicer to me, I still see her as a big meanie, eh?
No, I was so
Um,
nice. I gave you cookies. I was like, come to my club. Here's a cookie.
I saw it as come to my club or else.
I'm not that aggressive.
Well, it was something like come to my club or I'm throwing your paper, your homework off the balcony.
What? Now you're gonna make everyone think I'm like an actually mean person.
Well,
But
you
like
definitely had a threatening aura. That's for sure.
I only speak the truth. It's for them to judge.
Okay. But disagree. I try to make good impressions. I try to. At
How
least you're
about
not
you
scared
make
of
it
me
a
anymore. At least you're not scared of me anymore, right? Are you still scared of me? Why is everyone scared of me? Okay,
I'm hiding
Santing.
behind a screen. Mhm.
We're great buddies, right? We're great buddies. Yeah.
Totally. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Totally. Uh-huh.
Yes.
Uh-huh. Yes. Yes.
And Josh, are we good buddies too?
Sure. We can talk about friendship later.
Okay. Now, moving on, we see it would be a challenge for you to spend a whole weekend all by yourself without feeling bored. Yes,
I would
I
disagree
can't.
to the max.
By myself, all I do, it's gonna be like puzzles, reading, homework, just homework. Yeah. Next. You are more of a detail oriented person than a big pictured person. So, I feel like I'm kind of in the middle, like neutral.
Hmm
It's
I think it's
kind of,
important
You need
to look
both.
at the small things, but also see how they sort of relate to the bigger picture.
yeah.
Well,
Right?
they're not mutually exclusive though. That's the thing.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's the word. It's like, yeah, it's like related to each other, mutually exclusive. Yeah.
You can.
You're
Oh
very
yes, yes.
affectionate with people you care about. Totally. Yes.
Everyone. Yes.
You see, you have a careful and methodical approach to life. Careful?
Yes.
Yeah, I think.
And
How about you
methodical.
guys?
Same. Same. I would say like agree to the next max.
That's like, yeah. But then sometimes I feel like I might slack off on like the amount of brain energy I used to think about something. So sometimes I'm just like, maybe it's okay, like not that careful of like approach to life,
Well,
like some decisions.
try to do the best, like anything to the best of your ability, right? Like if you're not gonna try your best, what's the point in doing it, right?
Yeah, that's true. Now you're making me feel bad. Okay. Anyways, you are still bothered by the mistakes you made a long time ago. Completely.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Sorry,
still think about my
you were saying?
kindergarten issues. Oh yeah, like my kindergarten stories, my kindergarten issues, and like my childhood friendships and everything. I still think about those, like what happened, what could have happened, what I could have done better, how it could have like went the other direction, Yeah.
I know,
That
right?
one
Or like,
time when you said,
when you're lying in bed and like all the cringy things happen, like just you just think about all the cringy things. Like, gosh, was I really like that?
it was
I
more
feel like
like
if
that
it
time the
was,
waiter said, enjoy your food, and I said, you too. Yes.
it shows how you improve,
Happens
though.
to the best of us.
I
Happens.
actually never experienced that. I don't know what we were thinking at that time, Songting, when you said that, but I never done that.
It was a reflex.
Okay. At parties and similar events, you can mostly be found further away from the action.
Oh,
It
yes,
depends on
yes.
what type of things it is. Like if it's like those networking parties or like networking um places, then no. But if it's just like normal parties or something, then yeah, kinda. So I put it like here.
What's a party?
Hmm. It's like if you imagine it as a solar system, I'd be like Pluto. Like that's where I would be. But if it was a networking party, I guess like I'd be one of Pluto's moons. I'd be a bit closer.
You guys are in the solar system?
Oh my god, what is a solar system? What is the sun? Is the sun and the Mars the same thing? Oh, anyways, you often find it difficult to relate to people who let their emotions guide them.
Yes,
No.
yes. I would say slightly like middle yes. It was like, okay,
Really?
imagine someone comes up to you and be like, yo, this sheet of paper is white. Can you believe that? It's white. It's like that's an extreme case. But I guess like, yeah, another one like think of it like this. Like this is actually something that's common. People they'll use like anecdotal stories to like paint like a broad picture, right? And then they'll fill in every gap with emotions. They'll be like, this happened, you see this, therefore this whole thing is right, like, this whole thing is wrong. This is what we need to do, all that. Like those kind of people, it's harder to relate with than if someone who brings you statistics and be like, oh, last year this happened, last year this amount of people were this, that, right?
Are
I
you
think
saying
that's
you
pretty
can't
hard to
relate?
disagree with.
Are you saying that you can't like relate to me, Sante? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, if you tell me that you're mad because paper's white,
Okay, no, that's not like emotions guiding the thing. It's like for this question, I think it more like emotions guiding their final decisions, you know? Like,
Like, do you ever think about things logically?
yeah, I do. Of course I do.
just like
Like
those people who don't like pineapple on pizza. It's like those kind of people that I can't relate to.
when it comes to food, that's a big no. If they don't like food, bye. Anyway, so when looking for a movie to watch, you often spend ages browsing the catalog. Yes, I have like decision-making problems.
It's the
Yeah.
same. There was one time I spent more time looking for a TV show than watching a TV show. Like it was actually so bad.
That's kind of sad. You're just like wasting your time scrolling through like, this looks interesting. Oh no, this looks interesting too. That's like, yeah.
Perhaps this? No, maybe the other one. I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, I just like spend like around 5 minutes. I don't spend that long. Okay. Next question. We see you can stay calm under a lot of pressure. No,
No.
no, no. If there's a test or like if there's a big test or a math contest, whatever thing, I get so nervous. And when in a group of people you do not know, you have no problem jumping right into their conversation. I'm
Just
neutral. Neutral. It's like,
really?
it depends on what they're talking about.
I'm just generally uncomfortable with talking with people I don't know. I don't know
Yeah,
about you.
like, yeah.
Because maybe
But then
like
for
under
me,
certain circumstances. I
yeah,
don't know.
certain circumstances, like, what are they talking about? It's like, is their topic or whatever they're talking about interesting to me, interesting for me? If it is, then I might jump in. So I'm kind of neutral. But yeah. When you sleep, your dreams tend to be bizarre and fantastical. Is that how you pronounce it? Fantastical?
Yes.
Okay.
Well,
Yep.
first thing is this. They don't, people might not know, but the three of us, we are in IB. So we don't sleep. But in the rare occasions that we do sleep, I don't dream. Or like I don't remember my dreams at least.
Oh,
So I
really?
would say yes, I'm either disagree or neutral.
My dreams are always really weird.
Me too.
Like, I
Like,
think they make sense in the dream, but then when I think about it when I wake up, I'm like, what was I on?
I know.
You know?
I literally had a dream about like this person trying to murder me. So I had to go to this hotel thing, and then there was a secret passage, like John Wick or something. I had a
Oh
dream
yes,
related
yes.
to that. And I also had a dream about person like smashing my windows and like robbing my house, whatever, and then taking me to this underground thing, and then like putting my hand into this machine, and my hand started to rot. That was so scary. I still have like, what is it called? Creeps when I like, oh, it was bad. It's kind
You
of
can
bizarre.
write a
It's really
story
bizarre.
from that.
I know. I should be like an author, you know?
You want me to sign you up for therapy?
J.K. Rowling better look out.
Wow. Okay. Next, we see, in your opinion, it is sometimes okay to step on others to get ahead in life. This
Hmm.
is a
Really
really hard
depends. Really
question.
depends.
So,
I would slightly
are you a good
disagree.
person? You think you're a good
I
person?
think I'm a pretty good person. I'm kind of neutral. It depends on the situation, but I feel like I'm kind of disagree because, like, morally, I don't feel like it's right.
So what does step on mean? Like,
Hmm.
I would never make a deal that's disadvantageous to me, right? Like, why would I? If like that's what they mean by disadvantage, like by step on, like cutting off a deal that is disadvantageous, then I have no problem doing that. But if it's like cutting off like something that was like already agreed with a long time before, like a formal deal, then I would say, why would I? Of course, I would not.
It's
Like, I
like
feel like,
using manipulation to have yourself get the longer end of the stick. You know?
yeah,
Saying it's okay to
I
not
don't
make a
like
deal.
that.
It's not.
I don't like
Mm.
that. Like, manipulating others. I don't know. I feel like, yeah, disagree. Slightly disagree. Actually, now I'm debating with this one too.
Oh, very disagree. Slightly.
Like, a bit to the maximum, but like, you know, I don't know. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Is that a good choice? Should we do that?
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch a tiger by the toe. If you holler,
So,
let it go. Eeny, miny, meeny, mo. Was
so now,
anyone counting?
now you gotta use your logic or your emotions.
This one.
Okay.
Yes.
Medium
This one.
disagree.
You're dedicated and focused on your goals, only rarely getting sidetracked. I
Hmm.
wish.
Oh, I get sidetracked
Slightly
so
agree, or
often.
like medium agree.
I'm like kind of disagreed. I get sidetracked a lot, like what Josh said. I get sidetracked a lot.
Yeah.
And if you make a mistake, you tend to start doubting yourself, your abilities, and your knowledge. That's
Yes.
me.
I
I know
always
it's
doubt
kind of
myself.
bad, but like, yeah. Yes, Josh.
You know, like this one time, I was like doing some like math questions or whatever. I'm like, I think I got all the questions right. But then I went back and checked and I was like, nah, I couldn't have, like these are too easy. So I switched up my answers.
That's like me
It
for
cost
every
me so
single
many marks.
test. Like, I get it right the first time, and then I check it again. I'm like, no, it can't be that. And then I redo it, and I get it wrong. I get so mad at that. Like, yeah,
I know, right?
It happens all the time.
that's how we make like bad mistakes on tests, especially math tests and science tests. Disgusting, bad, terrible. So we see the next question. When at a social event, you really try to introduce yourself to new people and mostly talk to the ones you already know. Social event, as in networking, I guess.
What's a social event?
Oh,
It really depends on which social event again. Yeah, I guess if it's like networking, the point is to meet new people. So of course, new people. But if it's like, I don't know, a friend's birthday party and they invite some of their friends from their old schools, then I would try to like be with the people that I know.
yeah.
I'm that kind of person.
So in this case, I'm just gonna assume it as like networking events, I guess. So here, I tend to introduce myself. Yeah,
I'd be like slightly agree. You are medium disagree.
yeah. And you usually lose interest in a discussion when it gets philosophical.
Ho ho ho, no no no.
You
Agreed.
know, all the juicy discussions are philosophical.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah.
why? To what extent?
Just like why. The answer to why is why not.
Doesn't it
Why not?
bother you? Like it always goes round and round. Like why? Why not? Why can't it be this? Why can't
Well,
it not be
sometimes
this?
I
sometimes it
think
just
that's
keeps
more
you up at
fun.
night.
That's wait, as long as the discussion is productive, right? As long as like the
Yeah,
people who are contributing to the discussion are serious about the discussion and they aren't
yeah.
just trolling or memeing. They should be like the discussion will actually be fun. Like, what do you think? Oh no, but I actually think that. Oh, I disagree with you at that point.
For me, I
That is
tend to
those are
get
the
bored after a short period of time. Don't judge me for this, but yeah, I kind of get bored, so slightly agreed. Unless it's really interesting, but not really most of the time. And you will never let yourself cry in front of others.
agree
Agreed.
to the max.
It's agreed, like totally.
Yeah.
I don't
I
want
don't
to,
think
yeah.
I don't think there's like anyone who's seen me cry, or except for like a few people I'm close with.
Yeah.
I don't think I've
I
ever
feel,
seen Josh cry.
oh, you're
Really?
not close to him. You're not close enough to see him cry. Exposed.
Exposed.
Josh's and Santi's friendship.
For a later podcast.
For a later podcast, a complicated history.
Stay tuned. Okay. Next, we see you feel more drawn to places with a bustling and busy atmosphere than to a more quiet and intimate ones. Kind of agree. Unless it's like really busy and everything. No, like sometimes if it gets too noisy and too busy, I get annoyed.
Yes.
And you like discussing different views and theories on what the world would look like in the future. Yeah,
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
like flying cars. Is that a view? That's a view, right? And robots taking away jobs or something.
Yes.
I always think way too far into the
Automation.
future. Like, would I drop IB or would I just like, start a new life somewhere in Europe?
And have like actual social lives when you drop IB. There's no social life in IB,
IB kids
guys.
don't understand.
Again, for a later podcast. Stay
An
tuned for
IB
IB struggles.
life. Yes. And when it comes to making life-changing choices, you mostly listen to your heart rather than your head. Life-changing choices?
Hmm. I would disagree.
Mm,
Like life changing choices, why would you use your heart for that?
Hmm.
It also depends, like life-changing choices.
I guess you have to consider emotions, but like you can consider emotions through thinking. It shouldn't just be like, oh, I feel like this would be better for me.
Yeah. But
Personally,
for
I like to
me,
evaluate the pros and cons. How about you, Liana?
yeah, like the pros and cons. And then after I feel like my emotions, they take a part of it. Like I'm like, is this what I actually want? Will I be happy? You know?
That's
And then
philosophical.
logically, yeah, and then logically I'm just like pros, like thinking logically. If I actually do this, what will happen? Or if I don't do this, what will actually happen? Okay, I think I'm kind of in the middle. It's like related. What is it called?
Indecisive.
Mutually exclusive? It's not mutually exclusive. Wait, what's the word? They're both
It's
important.
not mutual. They are not mutually exclusive. Hmm. Which one are you more of, thousand? I don't know.
I'm in the middle.
Dead middle.
Yeah. Next, we see you cannot imagine yourself dedicating your life to the study of something that you cannot see, touch, or experience.
Disagree.
I'm like, kinda, to be honest, because I feel like I want to, like, at least know it. Like, I don't know, psychology or something, right? You sort of know how the brain works and everything. So you can sort of see it and experience it. But then, like, something I cannot see, touch, or experience, like philosophy, it's just like going round in circles. Too much time.
But isn't that math?
But like,
Theoretical
You know,
mathematics.
theoretical mathematics. All right, guys, I think we're at the 50% mark. I think for today, the table has talked too much and the table is too tired to talk. So I will welcome you back next time as we find out what Liana actually is, whether she's a psychopath or if she's a potato. So join us next time
Psychopath?
on perhaps. So join us next time on the Talking Table Podcast.
Hi, guys.
This match will get red hot. Now go!
Cinderella. That's the Disney movie Cinderella. Yo, I spent a solid hour in my bathtub.
IQ. What is it called? IQ 200? Is that even possible? IQ
Like
300?
way above room temperature.
Yeah, way above room temperature. What is the room temperature?
In what, Kelvin, Celsius, Fahrenheit?
Kelvins.
Oh.
Oh, raw.
Oh.
Like, like raw. It's not even medium rare, just raw in the middle. See results. Okay, let's see. What am I gonna get?